Hello YouTube, it's Nika. Hey, I know I've been a little absent on my videos, but today I'm gonna make it my business on this rainy day to update you on what's been going on. This video today is gonna be about my surgery experience. Yes, I did have the gastric sleeve, like I was preparing y'all for it, saying that I was waiting on approval, and yes, I did get approved. So, and yes, I do have like some sinuses or some allergy situation going on. So try to bear with me, and hopefully you can understand me and I'm not too much talking through my nose. So I'm gonna update y'all more on what went on and how my experience was with the gastric sleeve surgery. I'm gonna do some more updating to just catch y'all up, but this video in particular is going to be about my experience, my surgery experience with the gastric sleeve. Okay, my surgery was on March the 15th on a Tuesday, and it was scheduled to be done at 7:30. I had to check in at the hospital at 5 o'clock a.m. This is a.m. And when I went in, I checked in, and then I sat about 5-10 minutes. Who followed me to my surgery was my mom, my dad, my husband, and a good friend. So they was up with me at 5 o'clock at the hospital. Like I said, a woman came in. She reviewed everything that I had said at my pre-ops and updated everything in the computer. And then after I left her, I sat back down for another 5 minutes, and then they called me in the back. Once I got in the back, they told me to take my clothes off, everything besides my drawers and my socks, and put on this funky gown. Okay, so I put on the gown, and they told me they was gonna need a collection of urine. So I got him a urine sample, and I went back in my bed, and the little room that we was in, it had to be 2 people at a time. Excuse me. So the first 2 people was my parents, obviously. It was my mom and my dad. They sat in there. But a nurse came in and she tried to start an IV. The IV did not work. I told the lady that my left hand never, gives out blood or nothing like that, but she wanted to try anyway. And then she proceeded to try my right arm, but my right arm, my veins would get too fainted or something. I don't know how to explain that, but they couldn't get an IV, obviously. And so another nurse tried, and all it was really a poking game. And it didn't really just, didn't get an IV into the oh, I can never get that word right. Hold on, give me a second. Not the anesthesiologist, or y'all know what I'm talking about. The guy that gives you the medicine and makes you knock out. So he was the one that had to give me the IV a little bit, couple of minutes before they rolled me in the back. But anyway, I'm moving a little bit too ahead of myself. So let me get back to the nurse trying to do the IV. That didn't work. Another nurse tried, didn't work. I stayed probably in the back. I can say an hour and a half, because it wasn't quite 7:30. When they rolled me to the back, it kind of took like an hour and a half for them to, finish what they were doing. Then they hooked me up to fluids and they checked my weight. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say my stats on my experience. So right now, well, let me start. My highest recorded weight was, give me a minute. My highest recorded weight was 298. Yes, 298. And my surgery weight was 281. And after surgery, now currently 2 weeks out, I am 260. So I've lost about 23, 25 pounds since surgery and 40 pounds since, well, my highest weight before surgery. So I'm doing good. I'm feeling a whole lot better, you know. But I'll let you know that in another video. Back to the surgery. Like I said, I stayed in there about an hour and a half, and then they came in, and the anesthesiologist, you know what I'm trying to say, he came in, talked to me, let me know his name, let me know, trying to figure out if I knew what I was getting done. Just basically seems like he was just trying to see if I was alert or if I wasn't alert. Yeah, let y'all see a little bit, you know, a little bit of, you know, a little bit of what's going on. But if you see my old videos, you'll see that stomach was way like here, and I had like a triple chin. But let me get back onto subject or whatever. But like I was saying, he was asking me, did I know what I was getting done, and who he was and what we was finna do. And so as I was leaving the room, everybody was in the room at that point. Like I said, my husband, you have to see the couple of first videos to know what I'm talking about. But my husband and our neighbor, our dear friend, and my parents was there, and so all of them was in the room. They gave me their hugs and kisses, and I was nervous at this point. I'm not gonna lie, like I was like super nervous. Like I was thinking I'm finna be about anesthesia. There you go, anesthesia, and like, am I gonna wake up? Like that was like the first thing in my mind. Like, are you gonna wake up? So as they were rolling me off, you know, my family was telling me how much they love me and I'm gonna be okay and I'm doing this for me. I was kind of like listening to them, but then I was like looking back, like, oh, I'm leaving them, and you know, who knows, am I gonna wake up and see them ever again, or, you know, don't want to talk like that, but hey, that's what I was thinking as I was rolling down the aisle. And I could see them a little bit until they shut the OR room, you know what you call it when they do surgery. I could still see them in my hallway. They were looking like really serious and looking scared, and you know, they shut the door. I'm in this cold, cold room. I'm like, oh my God, like, come on, just knock me out. But they said, a little bit before we left the room where I was, I guess the waiting room before you have surgery, he was putting some kind of like anxiety medicine in to calm me a little bit. But hey, when you already nervous, you know, I probably didn't feel it, but I kind of felt it, but didn't feel it. Which, you know, by the time I got in the OR room, I kind of felt like I was a little bit at ease. Everything was okay. The coolness, it was cold, but the coolness, you know, me being big or whatever, you know, I like to be around the cold. So when I felt it, I was kind of like calming down, you know, the medicine was kicking in. But then you hear like people over your head talking, and they're like saying, you know, Miss Pratt, everything's gonna be good, and just relax and just breathe. And that's about what I remember. Just breathe. And I can't remember if they told me to count or what. I just remember, just breathe, Miss Pratt. Everything's gonna be okay. And I remember waking up. And once I woke up, your friend was like in major pain. Like as soon as I opened my eyes, I was like, I'm hurting. I'm hurting. I'm hurting. And like a nurse or something was sitting beside me, and she was like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And I'm just like, I am hurting. Like, what is going on? I didn't feel like my surgeon had failed me because I had watched so many videos, but I was hurting. So all I could feel was, as I was saying I was hurting, you know, I felt like a little dizzy, so I conked back out. But I know I was in recovery. For a nurse to be beside me, I knew I was in recovery. So I knew I had made it. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. But I am hurting. So come on with the medicine. So the next time I woke up, I was in a room. And I could see my family members. And I was just like, God, I did it. I made it. Thank you. But your girl was really sore and really hurting. I'm not going to lie. Like, I done had gallbladder removal and my stomach has hurted like heck, but that was some excruciating pain. But hey, the bright side of it, oh, Miss Prey, you have a morphine pump, and if you feel like you're hurting, just push the button. I was excited about that. So my parents was like, can you see us? And especially my dad, he was like, I'm here, honey, you know, can you see us? Do you understand what we're saying? I'm like, uh-huh. You know, really just high off the narcotics or whatever. But, you know, I seen them and I wanted them to know that I was up and I was alert enough to see them. But I was ready to go back to sleep. So I'm pushing this button and I was just like, ah. But I slept most of the day. I was like in and out the first day. I was in and out because in between I could hear, you know, my husband and my friend upstairs say, oh, we're finna go take your parents back home. And so, the hospital where I had my surgery at is like 20 miles away from my hometown. So where we stay, so I knew they was going to be gone about 30 minutes to 40 minutes, you know, taking them back home. Because even though it's 20 miles away from our hometown, my parents live deep in the country, so it was going to take them a little while to get them home. So I went on and just pushed the button again, and I knew so I could rest, and I peeped, and just like the third time I peeped, I seen them in their sleep, like not my roommate, but my neighbor and my husband. They was on the little pull-out couch asleep, so they let me know they came back, they did what they had to do, and they was back with me. I tried to stay up to say hey, and I tried, but it's like I said, that pain was just something, and I was just like, you know what, Shanika, you are not in this hospital to just suffer. So if you're hurting, take a nap, rest, honey, rest. So that's what my goal was to do, was to really just rest. So that's what I did the first day. The second day, I was ready to go home. In most of my videos, you see this background. The reason why you see this background and this specific curtain and this black light is because this is my sanctuary. This is my room. And I feel the most comfortableness in this room. And I can get all my thoughts out because this is my sanctuary, right? So I wanted to come home to my king size bed. If you see it, my king size bed, I wanted to come back to this. You get what I'm saying? I wanted to come back to this. I didn't have time for that little full size, twin size bed thing they had. I didn't have time for it. So the second day, I'm trying to get my walk in. I'm trying to get my protein in. I'm trying to get my fluids in. I am just trying to do the damn thing because I am trying to get home to my sanctuary. So eventually, I got discharged about 8:30 that night, and I came home. My husband drove in one car, and my neighbor was in her car. I had a pillow over here, like where the seatbelt goes across me and over my stomach and my incisions or whatever. I had a pillow over it, so the ride wasn't so bad, but it hurt like heck because I failed to mention early that morning on the second day, they disconnect the morphine pump. And I was like so mad, but hey, I just wanted to like wing myself off of it, you know, stuff like that. So if I heard it, I tried to like coach myself through it. I didn't ask for nothing else. Nothing. I didn't want to take anything pill form, and I really just didn't want nothing else after that. So I didn't ask for anything, and so they discharged me with Tylenol 3 coated with codeine, and that just makes me feel like it's something about the Tylenol. I don't know. It just makes me feel like I'm drunk and I have no control of my thinking. And I just don't like taking it. Like, I just don't like taking it. So, I wasn't really happy about that. So, when we got back, all the pharmacies was closed. And so, I was like, so that night I was going to have to deal with any kind of pain that came because all the pharmacies was closed. So, we drove home. The ride was okay. It wasn't its best, but it was okay. I got to the house, and we have a lift chair, so they plugged up the lift chair, and I kind of did some justice in that. But like I said, I'm so wrapped up in my sanctuary that I was just like, I'm ready to get in my bed. So once I got in my bed, it kind of hurt a little bit, but my neighbor kind of had like some Tylenol extra strip, so I took one of those, and I did fine. So that really helped. So the third day, I noticed don't sleep in the bed, sleep in the lift chair because it'll give you more relief. You get what I'm saying? So I did that. And so, like I said, today makes my second week. And I had my first appointment with my doctor, Dr. McDermott. And he said I'm doing really, really good. I'm on the right track because I lost almost 20 pounds before surgery, and I lost 25 pounds after surgery, so I'm on the right track. And right now I'm on stage 2, which is pureed. It's a pureed, like baby consistency, mashed potato-ish. So I'm not really excited about that, but hey, it's something I'm gonna have to do. And if you have any suggestions on how to deal with pureed, just comment or let me know something, because pureed, all I can think of is going to the store and getting baby food, because hey, I don't want to get it wrong. And she was telling me something about getting some lean meat and excuse me, getting something to like blend it up with, but the only thing I can think of is broth. So it don't sound good, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing that. So, and at least get one thing of my protein in and try to eat the rest of my protein that I need. Because I need 95 grams of protein a day and at least 48 ounces of fluid. Yeah. So, I just wanted to make this video about my experience. Sorry, in between, you probably can hear me talking through my nose, because when I've been doing my walks, I've been going to a park, and I've been going, late to where the sun goes down and it gets airish, and I think it's kind of like my sinuses are draining or whatever, because the pollen and the air, just I feel congested all inside. And if you have any suggestions on how to get rid of that, the feeling of having a head cold and congested and a little coughs and stuff, you can comment that on there. And I want to welcome all my new subscribers if I have any. Like I said, my name is Nika, but my real name is Shanika, but I like people to refer me as Nika. And I had the gastric sleeve 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna just continue to try to update y'all on what I'm doing now to get the speed of things going back on it, because I fell off. Because I'm not gonna lie, the first week was a hell of a week. The second week is better. It's better. I'm not gonna lie, it's better. So like I said, I'll see you in the next video. Hello to my new subscribers, and how y'all doing to my old subscribers. And I'm just going to continue to update y'all, and y'all just pray for me to get everything and be on track this time and not to fall off. And if I don't feel good, I'm going to get on the camera and say, hey, I don't feel good. But I still want to get that video out to let you know that y'all were important enough for me to even explain that something was going on. But I guess I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.